Someone asked me the other day if I know anything about insulin and how to take it, and my reply was, do I? No way would I ever touch that stuff. Ever. I've never, ever, it's never appealed to me. I'll tell you a little story on when I first came about insulin. Many years ago, I used to work the doors, the security job. I think at the time I was around about 20 years old when I met this young chap. He was where he's gone right now. I'd love to see where he is, to catch up with him. He was a good friend of mine. He was a bodybuilder. Now, this guy was nuts. He would do absolutely anything to get big. I remember when we was working, he used to have a chicken breast. Literally, this is back in the days now. This is, even the protein shakes weren't that good. He used to have a chicken breast in foil, wrapped up in this pocket, chicken breast in foil wrapped up in this pocket, and a chicken breast in foil wrapped up on his inside. He had 3 chicken breasts with him at work. So every hour and a half, 2 hours, he'd take it out like it's a Mars bar, unwrap it. I'm talking, what was it? Yeah, that's it. Boiled chicken breast. I even remember seeing how we used to do it. He used to literally get the chicken breast, whole chicken breast, lob it into a pan, fill it with water, put the cooker on and heat it. That was it. Let it boil. He just used to boil the chicken breast. It was disgusting. And he used to stand there at work, chewing it, and it was just chalk in his mouth. And he used to have a drink in this hand. So he'd have like a Diet Coke or, some sort of cordial that was really low in sugar. And he'd be chomping the chicken breast, drinking. Chomping the chicken breast, drinking. This kid was insane. Anyway, I'd love to catch up with the guy. I don't know where he is right now. If anyone knows him. In fact, no one would know him. But anyway, back to the story. So one day, this guy, bear in mind, he used to be like the encyclopedia for steroids early on. The guy knew everything about gear, and he'd taken every single gear under the sun. He'd done everything. He moved on to insulin. Now, what he did one day was he went to the gym and he injected insulin before. So we've gone to the gym. This was my gym at the time. Gone to the gym. There was a little changing room inside the gym. So he's like, when you go get changed and we're going to warm up, we'll start training in a bit. Yeah, no issue. Cool, that's fine. So we're in the gym, training, warming up as you do. I think we were training chest that day. I can't really remember. But we never really got much done. I'll explain why. So we were training that day. I was warming up. And time's passed a little bit. 10 minutes has gone. I'm still doing a little bit of a warm-up. I might as well do abs before training. He's probably getting changed. And I know he's always jabbing in there. He's always doing his stuff. So the guy, it was normal for him to take 10 to 15 minutes. Plus he might want to go to the toilet, have a shit. Whatever guys do. Sometimes you just wait. It's okay. And I was in no rush. I own the gym. So I'm there all day anyway, chatting to members, whatever. I didn't know that half an hour had passed. So I'm thinking, what is going on here? This is like, is this... Something's up. Let me go check on him. Went into the changing room. Obviously couldn't see him. I thought he's got to be in the cubicle. Shouted over to him. Not going to mention his name. And I didn't hear a response. I heard like a bit of a groggy like this. And I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here? So the cubicles are very low. Popped over to check. The guy's like this. He's leaned back against the toilet seat. And he's got his T-shirt rolled up a little bit. He's like this. So I'm thinking, holy shit, this guy's dead. That was the first thing I thought in my mind. I thought, this guy's done something. He's dead. What is going on here? Now, those toilet doors were very, very easy to pop open. You just nudged it and they just literally come off the latch. Nudged it, opened the door. He's actually awake. I was like, thank God for that. I thought this guy was dead. So he's actually awake. I said, yo, what's happening? He goes, I think I took too much. Can you get me a drink? I was like, yeah, no worries. And literally the reception for the gym was really close to the changing room, like literally 10, 20 steps away. So I went there, quickly grabbed some Lucozade Sport. We used to sell Lucozade Sport at the time. Gave him some Lucozade Sport and he's just chugging on this Lucozade Sport. He's slowly coming round. This is very horrible to see this guy come round like this. And he just sat there. He was sweating. It was cold outside. He was sweating. He looked really ill to me. I thought he was going to die. I says, yo, bro, you need to get to the hospital. He says, no, I'm all right. I'm okay. There's no issue. So I'm all right. So he drank loads of it, sat there. Do you know this idiot actually trained that same day as well? He was nuts. Like I said, he was nuts. And I was like, bro, what had happened? And he said, I've taken a bit too much insulin. So I don't know the technical term of what happened to this guy. That's just the way it is. Now, you're supposed to take insulin before you train and after you train, apparently. Who knows? I don't know. I don't do this stuff. but I know that's what they do. About what was it? About 2 weeks or 3 weeks after that, shortly after that, he was at a different gym. He told me the story. He'd passed out in the changing room by taking insulin after he trained. I said, how long was you out for? He said, not long. I was out for about 20 minutes. Someone came, got me. Ambulance came. So obviously someone's found him there and someone's called the ambulance. He was at a different gym. Not going to mention which gym he was at, but if you're from Sheffield, you probably know. He was at a different bodybuilding gym and he was knocked out in the changing room. They called the ambulance. Ambulance came, got him, took him to hospital, put him on a drip. He could have died that day, I believe. I believe he could have died that day. God knows what. And when I seen that happen, the first incident anyway, I didn't see the second incident. The guy's trying to kill himself for what? A little bit of muscle to compete. Now, this chap did compete in the UK bodybuilding scene. I think the best he got was like 4th in the British finals, I believe. This is a long time ago. This is a long, long time ago. So I'll tell you who won it that year. In fact, will I remember who won it? I think it was Cecil. Cecil won it. Or no, Cecil won it the year after. The guy who won it the year before. I can't even remember who it was. I think it was Ant Bales, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, long time ago. Like I said, long, long time ago. So this guy was an aspiring bodybuilder. I don't know where he went after that. I never spoke to him after that. He lost contact with the guy. Haven't spoke to him since. Don't know where he is. But the story was pretty horrific. Insulin for a little bit of muscle just to do that. Now, nowadays, there are young lads that come to me and say, yo, guy, I want I want coaching off you. Do you know much about gear? I'm like, yes, but just be careful because I'm not going to tell you to take nowhere near half as much as what your other coach is going to be telling you. Like, yeah, I want to clean out. I've been on all sorts of stuff before. I just don't want to do that no more. I want to stay healthy. I'm like, okay, send me through the stuff. They send it over. Insulin. Straight away, like it's nothing. Like they're popping Smarties. Every single guy's on insulin now. Absolutely ridiculous. Maybe they don't know the dangers of it. Maybe they've got better at taking it. Maybe it's a safer way of taking it nowadays. I personally don't care. I just don't think you should be messing about with insulin. It's something that, like, growth hormone is bad enough. I've taken growth hormone and I just think you don't need it for like the side effects you're going to get off growth hormone. But insulin is like a whole nother world. Like you can't really overdose on growth hormone. Like let's say you took growth hormone and you took a pen of 36 IU, which I've seen people do in front of me. Let's say you took 50 IU. You ain't going to die taking HGH. You're not going to die. It's not possible. You're just not going to die. If you took insulin, even a slight bit more than what you should, you could die. And this was often a thing that rang around in the bodybuilding circles, that when people were taking insulin, there's like a pen that measures in IU, and sometimes people get the measurements wrong. So like, so to give you an example, let's say 1 mil is like 1 IU is 1/10 of a mil, depending on what thing it is. Now with insulin, you might get that wrong. And if it's even wrong a slight bit, you can go into a coma, you can go hypoglycemic, you can go all sorts. I've heard other horror stories as well, where somebody took insulin and ended up in hospital, went hypo, and now is, I don't know if they went hypo, I don't know, and now is diabetic. So he's now taking insulin because he messed himself up way back then. It's crazy. I don't know why you'd want to do it. I don't know the benefits from it. I know a lot of good pro bodybuilders that have done it without taking insulin. I know myself, as far as like the average Joe's physique goes, the average Joe's, you're on the beach, you're in the club, you're on wherever. I've got the physique that you shouldn't really be pushing past to achieve. So if I can achieve this physique very easily, you do not need insulin or growth hormone to achieve the physique that I have. And majority of people will look at me and think, okay, you know what, Fad, you have a good physique or you are slightly bit bigger. I don't believe you want to get bigger than me to live longevity. I think I am on the cusp. I am on like the top end of the longevity looking physique. Yeah, there's guys out there like Michael Hearn, which are loads bigger. He's a lot taller than me as well, though. And I know people are gonna say he's natural or whatever. I don't care. I don't believe he's natural. But the point I'm trying to say is there comes a point of like a physique that you can achieve. I don't believe you need to go above and beyond that point unless you are competing. If you are competing and you want to take insulin, by all means, go ahead, knock yourself out. Literally knock yourself out, because that's what's going to happen. I wouldn't advise it. Don't ever come to me. Don't ever inbox me asking how to take insulin. I do not know anything about insulin, only that it is a horrible thing to take if you are not diabetic. It's very, very dangerous. I don't care if you hire Milos Sarcev, who apparently thinks he invented insulin, or for bodybuilders, which he probably did, I don't know. Do not do it, guys. Stay safe. If you've got any horror stories, comment down below. I'd like to hear them. subscribe, and like the video.